Welcome. Welcome to, guess I'm going to call this Watching with Styles, this Driving with Styles, Watching with Styles, Quarantine with Styles, all the above. I think I finally got that taste off my mouth, guys. I had a spot with Mr. Larry Glover. I appreciate him allowing me to join this show. And after that show, I think I'm over it. Finally. Took a while. But it is what it is, right? Sometimes it's hard to let go because I keep hearing stuff. Keep hearing stuff. Keep hearing stuff. All right. You can if you're watching on Periscope, you can ask questions via there. You can ask questions via V Styles on Twitter. No need to say how to reach me, because if you're watching this, you know how to reach me. Ole Miss game. Ole Miss. If you don't know, I'm a big Lane Kiffin, one of the few who appreciate Mr. Kiffin. It's not his fault that these places hired him. I mean, who would turn him down? But he is, to me, top 5 offensive play caller in college football. Easy. He was fortunate to inherit an offense from Rich Rod. Rich Rod's another one of my guys that I really like as an offensive play caller. And very similar offense, a little bit emphasized, a little bit different as far as being balanced as far as offense, I guess. But Kiffin is a play caller. He's creative. He's innovative. I like to see him make calls on Saturday. One thing we have to do is very simple. And this is all games from a defense. Even if the team is a passing team, you got to stop the run. You got to. You stop the run, then you make them one-dimensional. Then you can handle the pass. And I'm sick and tired of people talking about we need to blitz and we didn't put enough pressure. That's BS. Yes, there were a couple passes, sure, where Bo Nix had a little more time than usual. It's not one. You cannot base your opinion on one or two throws. For the majority of the game, we had pushed with 4, which is what you want. Even if you run a man under coverage where you manning everything under and put 2 safeties over the top, that is great. You still need to put safeties over the top. Trust me, I played corner. If you freaking blitz a lot, or play man, press man a lot, the offense is gonna get that groove. It's like baseball and a pitcher. He throws fastballs all the time. It only takes a few looks at that pitch. You're gonna groove it. Same thing in football. Same thing. As a corner, as a secondary, you force them to keep snapping the ball. That's what you want to do. Keep forcing them to snap the ball. College offense are going to eventually shoot themselves in the foot with a penalty or a TFL. Blitzing push your corners on an island. And I'm sorry, there are not that many corners with the rules in college football that can shut somebody down. So for me, I'm going to right now I'm going to just show this first time. I'm just going to show the first series of Ole Miss on offense, on defense, just to give you an idea of what to expect. There was more involved in the game, but man, I don't want to take an hour and a half to go through first half game because I can get long-winded when I'm talking about film. So I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. Then we'll go into our picks and go into my picks, and then I'll let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your night and get ready for this game on Saturday. Now, first series of the game, Kiffin throws Florida for a loop. Now, I'm going to say something. I took for granted the the appeal or the advantage of you also being the first time you are showing your offense to the SEC good defenses. That's what happened with LSU, Mississippi State. Mike Leach caught them, and Bo Pelini could not freaking adjust. And I think Kiffin did the same thing. This is Plumlee, the backup quarterback. This is Corral, and he put them in the first series together. So now that throws the defense off because now you don't know what's going to happen. The other good thing from an offensive standpoint, it makes the defensive coordinator have to game plan for two quarterbacks, which puts a lot more information in these guys' head. And from 18 to 22, some of these guys cannot process the information well enough, or they don't study well enough because they got so much other stuff going on in college. All right. This guy right here is the game. Ely is the key to the game. Stop him. We have a real good shot of stopping that offense. If they can run and pass, they can get 4, 5, 6 yards a carry, we're in trouble. Now this is Plumlee. Now the crazy thing about it is, even though Corral gets more credit for being a better passer, he has some wheels too, which is scary because you watched me last year, we gotta create a umbrella and not allow running lanes for the quarterback. We gotta keep him in the pocket. We keep him in the pocket, hands up. We have a better chance than for him to escape the pocket and elongate plays. You do not want that. If you want to win this game, you have to do the little things. And there were a couple times last game where we didn't do as well of a job of being rush lane discipline. You want to create an upside down umbrella. You want to keep him in here and make sure there's no holes or voids in the umbrella so he can escape through. That's Plumlee. It's dangerous. I like the way how Kiffin attacked him at that first series. He gave him something to think about. Corral had some pressure on him all game, but he had the ability to step up in the pocket like that last play. This is the guy, though. This is the guy we have to beat. We have to stop. We have to stop him. We only allowed 91 yards last week. We got to do the same thing this week. If we do that same thing this week, it's going to be a good game. Can't let this guy get this many yards per carry. He's eating Florida up. Like I said, make them snap. This is what you get. Get them in and be behind schedule, and now they have to do something special. Now, that was a BS call, but whatever. Good pressure. Now, this defense isn't very stout. We can push them. Florida offensive line isn't as good as ours. We can push these guys around all game. Look at Big 61. We can push these guys around. Got time. Now, the thing about it is Durkin's going to have to start doing some slanting, some creative things on that defensive front to give pressure or to stop the run game. Look, he's got all day. This is a great play by that secondary. Reacting on the ball. eyes on quarterback, reacting on the ball. They in coverage. He's got time. This is the difference. This is what I want to see from Terry. Now, Trask thinks it's man pre-snap. He's thinking man. And he knows where he's going. He knows where he's going to go right now. Now, they drop into zone. Now, he pumps because they went to zone. Now, he readjusts. This is what Terry has to do a better job of. When I say reading the field, it's more than just reading the side that you are trying to attack for the passing game. Because no quarterback reads the entire field when they're making when they drop back in the pass. They are reading a certain guy, reading the side of the field, seeing what's going to happen. If that doesn't happen, then he goes to second, third progression. When I say reading the whole field, I mean he's got to understand what happens when they show 3 deep and go to quarters, or they show quarters, go to man. He's got to be able to adjust on the fly. That's what he has to do a better job of this week. Got to be ready for the slants. They slanted right into this play. He crossed the face of the guard. They slanted up to the top of the screen. And he got across the face because the guard took a step to the right. Think he's going to be where he is. And he slanted right across up. That's what they're going to have to do against us. They're going to have to get creative. But as a whole, we can push these guys around. They don't create another line of scrimmage at all. They stalemate right at that black line. No one gets pushed in the backfield on run plays. Now they call PI on 20. He held Pitts, which is a freaking Mitch, which is a nightmare. That tight end is a nightmare. Good job by the DB, but not by being patient, not giving up on the play. We got to do a good job of maintaining possession of the ball, not shooting ourselves in the foot, and not committing turnovers. If we do that, we win this game. All right, that's it for that part. I'm telling you, we can make this happen. All we have to do is handle our responsibility on defense. We have to have eye discipline, eye discipline, eye discipline, eye discipline, eye discipline. If we handle our responsibility, do what we're supposed to do, handle our gap, let our teammates make the play. Let our teammates make the play. Turn the ball, create leverage, and maintain your leverage, and turn the running back receiver back into all your other brothers. If we do that alone, we're good. Now we have to, as corners, we have to, it's too late now. I hope they study the game plan, hope they study their opponent, and got themselves comfortable where they're reacting and not thinking. There's a difference. When you're thinking, your reaction time is 1/10 of a second or 2/10 of a second slower, and that causes plays to happen. Or instead of an interception, you get a PBU. We need to study the game plan, study our opponent. And when we get in the game, we know what formation means. We know what they want to run out at, and we start reacting. As I said before, believe what you see what you believe, and make a play. We have to make plays, but we got to do it in the right situation. Again, you have to know situational football. You have to know down and distance. You have to know where you are on the football field. You have to know if I'm in the field or I'm into the boundary. Are they snapping from the middle of the field? They snapping from the right hash. Am I in the boundary on the right? I'm on the boundary on the left. You have to know the quarterback reads better. If he wants to throw to his right, he doesn't like to throw backside. You have to know little things. Do they run a lot of over routes? Do they try to get cheap 5 yards on first downs? You have to understand that. And the thing about it is you can't make an interception on every play. You have to give them 5 yards. You give them a 5 yard, give them a 5 yard. And when you gauge it and you understand the speed of the receiver, the speed of the quarterback throwing, that's when you go get it. You don't go get it the first time. You don't go get it the second time. You have to gauge the ability of the quarterback and the ability of the receiver. Once you have it lined up and you gauge it, that's when you go make a play. You find it. You know when you can make a play is where you're on the field, down the distance, all that. All that is important as a corner. If you're going off of just flat talent, ability, it's going to catch up with you. You have to understand the game. You have to. That's when you start making plays. That's when you become the Ed Reeds, the Deion Sanders, who was the first guy whom I remember that's really studying tape like that. That's when you become that good. That's when you become great. When you merge the athletic ability to here. That's when you become great. And I think Eccles comes back with a big game. I know the coaches have, I'm sure, because if I see it, I know damn well they see it. And they have tightened this thing up this week. And we're going to do what we're supposed to on defense. Offensively, I'm not worried at all. We have the most important thing for a team to have is an O-line. We handle that, the line of scrimmage, and we should be good. We handled the line of scrimmage against Auburn. Auburn's front is way better than Ole Miss. We handle them on the road. We should be able to handle Ole Miss at home. Period. All right. Let me get into these games. All right. So let's go NFL first. Let's go NFL first. Give me a second. Here we go. Oop. I guess I might have to. Let's do this. Did I get rid of it? Yes. Can I? Oop. That's not what I wanted to do. This is my first time doing this like this. So I'm trying to figure out the best way for me to get this going. Give me 1 second, then I'm going to get you back. All right. So this game is done, which I don't want to talk about it. Panthers to Cardinals. Cardinals just a better team. No McCaffrey. Cardinals have a better defense. It should travel. Unfortunately, they lost last week, which they shouldn't have lost. I have Carolina on the road. Bears at home against the Colts. I do not trust Phillip Rivers. Bears have Nick Foles. I think they'll be better offensively, and I think they come home with a win. Now, this is the one. I'm going to say Joe is going to come out with a win this week. Playing at home against the Jaguars. Josh Allen's back home, but I think Joe Burrow comes up. Cowboys beats the Browns. Just don't trust the Browns yet. Just don't trust them. Now, the Saints have some issues. They have some players out. That's a game I'm hesitant about. But I should probably do this a different way. Let me go highlighter. So I'm gonna go Cardinals. I'm gonna go Bears. I'm gonna go Bengals, Cowboys. I'm hesitant on this. I just think the Saints are just a better team. I'm gonna go Saints on the road. I'm gonna go Texans. I don't trust Kirk Cousins. If you follow me for any time, I've been saying this for years. Don't trust Cousins. That's why I feel. So I think the Texans they played a really good game last week. Those guys had the roughest opening schedule of any team. So I think they are due. Seahawks, easy pick to me. Buccaneers, although I do love Herbert, but going on the road, it's going to be hot in Tampa. Going to make a difference. Tampa. Ravens, looking their wounds, they're going to beat that football team. That's all I'm going to call them. The Giants just ain't got it. Losing Saquon. The thing about the Giants is, I've said this many times, once a team has film on you, it's different. And they have film on Daniel Jones, and they figure what he likes to do and what he's not good at. And they have figured that out, and now they are attacking him, especially without his star running back. Chiefs, I just don't think Cam can put up enough points. This is the game. I don't trust the quarterback, Josh Allen. I think the Raiders gets another win in that awesome-looking stadium. Carson Wentz ain't getting it done. I think the 49ers win at home. And that bad man is getting the job done. Packers over the Falcons. Take a picture of that. Come back to me on Monday and get at me. All right? Get at me if these picks are horrendous. Now let's go to college. Florida got this hands down. Tennessee's going to get it done at home against Missouri. Alabama's going to take care of the overrated Texas A&M. We got Ole Miss. I'm thinking it's either going to be 27-24 with Ole Miss scoring a touchdown late to make it look close, or we're going to go 34-24. That's what I got. Protect the ball. Auburn. Georgia just doesn't have rhythm on offense, doesn't have a quarterback. Auburn goes into Georgia, takes that game. Mississippi State handles Arkansas. Mississippi State. KJ Costello will not have the game he had against LSU. Trust me. I promise you on that. This game is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people expect. The next, LSU is going to come back and beat hapless Vandy at Vandy. The one thing Vandy got, I saw those new helmets. Those are pretty fresh, man. I like the helmets. Other than that, LSU should handle Vandy pretty easily. So that's what we got for the picks. That's what we got for everything, I guess. I guess I've handled it all. And I've given you guys 5 minutes. Look, man, I appreciate you guys watching Little Old Me. This is big time therapy for me to get on here and talk with you guys. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of it, because I'm getting a lot out of it. There's nothing like football season. I hope we can continue being safe and finish this season safely. And hope you guys have a good weekend. And hopefully we come back Monday with a rosier outlook. Don't overreact to game one, guys. Game one, it was 13-15 at the end of the third quarter, and they stole a touchdown away from us. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys on Monday.
1:16 left to play in the game. Quarterback drops into the end zone.